all right, guys, we're at the end of the season. So we're going to start to unravel these things slowly by ourselves. I mean, together. So, obviously, you guys last saw us at the end of January. We're now at the end of the season. Going all the way back to January, as we saw, we had left January very well and we continued our dominant form, managing to beat Brighton, and obviously we managed to draw against Liverpool, which is a good one. We then managed to beat Everton in the Cup, beat Leicester in the league, and our league dominance had continued until Liverpool came and spoiled it by beating us in the Cup. Kind of shook our momentum, but we rallied back, drew against City, beat Everton, drew against Newcastle, which is actually an achievement because Newcastle had a really good season. We beat Bournemouth, drew against Arsenal. Also, that one's a bit... We probably should have won because Arsenal didn't have the best season, but it is still Arsenal at the end of the day. Beat West Ham, drew against Chelsea, which... Chelsea, last time we checked, had a really, really good chance of winning the league. So if we managed to... We drawing Chelsea was a really, really good move from us. Somehow we drew to Fulham, which was a bit disappointing. We beat Crystal Palace and we drew to Aston Villa to end the season. Now, the thing is, we still are not entirely sure where we came out in the league. And that's not even the first thing we're going to do, because obviously we're going to go over and have a look at our current squad and see how the lads are doing. Now, obviously, you guys, this is the team. Nothing's changed, but I don't know how you tell, but I know Højlund's gone up by about 3 or 4 rating points. Cunha's gone up by 3. He was 79 when we first started. Gedson Fernandes, I think, has gone up by 2. I believe he was a 77. Nunes has gone up by 2 to an 81. Duran, same situation. Nico Williams goes up by 1 from an 80. Gonçalo Guedes, I think he was an 82, so he's gone up by 2 as well. Gonçalo Inácio, 79, he's gone up by 2. Garcia, 77, gone up by 2. Kilman, I think he only went up by 1. And obviously De Gea was solid for us the majority of the season. We weren't able to shift Silva. We wanted to just because we wanted him to get playing time. We weren't able to. Vasiliev, I don't even think he got the 10 games he was supposed to get. Sarabia is still here, but probably not for long. And obviously, other than this, the team continues to be the same over the fact that we've added some youth players. Now, the moment of truth. Where did we finish? Are you ready?
Yep. Oh, we got Europa League.
We got Europa League. You know what? We take it. We kind of bottled it towards the back end of the season. At one point, we were in third, but we will take the Europa League spot. It's way better than we were expecting because we were supposed to only get the Europa Conference League. That was our challenge, to get the Europa's Conference League. We actually overdid it, and we actually managed to get the Euro here, and we were just short of third. We were off by a point, which is actually really heartbreaking. Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
This is how the league is looking. Arsenal had a rough season, but they managed to survive. Bournemouth, Palace, Brighton, they go down. Leeds survives because obviously we can't really change who was in. But all in all, not a bad season. Now, as you guys saw, I kind of lost the thing. But in the Premier League, it would seem that our boy Cunha has managed to... Wait, what? Oh, he was so close to the record. He had 29 goals. Let's have a look over here at the player stats to see how everything went down. Cunha ends up winning the Golden Boot with 29 goals, outperforming Haaland, Salah, Son, Fernandes, Isaac. People that you would expect to be up there. Højlund did kind of fall off, but he still had a great season. 14 goals in his first season in the Premier League. Down to assists, Cunha ends up topping it too.
That's good.
Nah, he's cold, bro. Obviously, clean sheets we're not going to be anywhere near, but also with yellows neither because we've been quite well. We can have a look here. Obviously, we probably didn't perform well in the FA Cup because we didn't really get too far, so we won't have anyone there, but Cunha still managed to get a few goals in there. For the assists, Sarabia actually... Wow, that's actually quite impressive. Sarabia actually had a pretty good season there. De Gea is actually in the top 15 here with 1 clean sheet. No yellows, no reds. Why? Because we're a very polite team that we know what we're doing. Over to the EFL Cup. Again, we didn't really have the best run, so we only come down to Højlund being here in 17th. And I don't even think that will be anywhere near. We got Fernandes, I think Gedson Fernandes here in the assist column. Clean sheets, we don't have a clue over in the orange, yeah, we're good. We're no problem with the yellows, no problem with reds. We've been pretty good. Now, let's have a quick little in-depth see what the team's been doing this season. I'm actually quite interested here. And then we do have one little bit, which is we're just going to look at the leagues. Not the league, sorry, to see the our inbox, because obviously we'll know how much money we've earned from the competition and whatnot. So going over to the squad hub, we got the stats. And obviously we start via appearances. We have our boy Gonzalo Inacio having a solid season. He's obviously improved by 2 ratings. He's got 2 goals and 4 assists, which isn't bad. 8 clean sheets with a 6.5 average. Pretty decent. We got the GOAT, the GOAT, GOAT, Mateus Cunha. What a season. 7.5 average, 34 goals, 17 assists, 8 clean sheets. I don't know what we're going to do if we can't sign this guy. Seriously, a loan finishes in a few weeks, and I hope we can afford to get him. Gonzalo Guedes ends up having an actually decent season with 7 goals and 4 assists, 6.7 rating. Not bad. Hoyland, the man that we loved him so much, we decided that we were going to buy him halfway through the season. Ends up getting 19 goals and 2 assists with a 7.1 average rating, which is pretty solid. De Gea, who we brought in obviously to replace Cesar, just to show him that he can still do it. He ends up with 7 clean sheets, 6.7 average, pretty decent. Duran with a 6.6 average, he's got 4 and 6. Decent. Garcia 2-1 with a 6.4 average. Mateus 1-7 with 6.4 average. Kilman got a goal somehow. 7 clean sheets with 6.4 average too. Obviously he was on loan. Sarabia ends up actually having a pretty decent season. 11 assists out of the blue. 6.7 average. He will probably be moving on this season because he is obviously getting on in age. He did not play for us really. I mean he did, but we weren't in control. But still not a bad season considering he had 31 appearances. 13 goals, 3 assists. Maybe he should have been given more playing time. Jetson Fernandez obviously had that injury, but all in all, still pretty solid with 6.5. Craig Dawson came in, did his little thing with 6.2. Nico Williams, he came in late in January, gets 3 goals and 2 assists in 19 games, 6.7 average. Again, pretty solid. Not really much to complain about. We did fail on one front because we weren't really paying attention to our boy David here. He was meant to get 10 games. Unfortunately, he didn't. But even still, he manages to get 7 games, goes up by 3 rating points. No goals, no assists. But he still gets a 6.4 average, which can't really complain much. Huang Hichan, same situation. One of our main guys, but whenever he needed to come out and perform, he still got on a goal and assist. Can't really complain in those appearances. Fabio Silva obviously ended up not really getting any game time at all. We were trying to shift him just so he'd be able to get more, but it was complicated. No one wanted to buy him. Now, finally, we go over to... Oh,